Welcome back to Lucid Trading. Welcome back indeed. Today will be an interesting day because we have C3.AI earnings coming up, which is going to be awesome. We also have Didi earnings coming up for today. And by the way, if you hear some background noise, it's because somebody's vacuum cleaning over there, and it's just, I think it's going to take about a minute. But yeah, anyway, welcome to the stream. Welcome back. I hope everybody had an awesome Tuesday. Good morning to everybody out there. Smash the like button if you just joined, especially for today. We're going to see C3.AI report earnings. We're going to see the same thing happen for Didi as well. And both C3.AI and Didi are heading up right now in the pre-market. You can't see that right here, but it is up. Both Didi and C3.AI are heading upwards. Didi is up about 1.2%. Which is kind of mild. That's not really a significant amount, of course. I personally could not find the time of Didi's earnings, so it's going to be interesting how that is going to work. I will be monitoring their website, so it's going to be fine. For C3.AI, it's going to be 5 p.m. Eastern time for the web call, and we are going to be covering the web call for C3.AI. We're going to be covering earnings for both AI and Didi, which I've been waiting for this for a long time now. Let's see if we're going to be getting some actual upside now. But yeah, like I said, hit the like. That'll be very awesome. And let's see who just joined the stream. Let me know in the chat if you just joined. And also let me know which stocks you want me to take a look at right here. And I might actually take a look at your stocks. Right before the market opens. We got 40 minutes left until the market is going to be opening here. Let's see, Russell. The Russell is heading up. That is good news. Could be good news for AI. Could be good news for the small caps. NASDAQ is flying up as well. We're just pretty much hitting all-time highs after all-time highs at this point. Which, I mean, I cannot complain. My stocks have been doing incredibly well. The past 3 months, it's just been really wild. Since May, I would have to say. Incredible times. But yeah, welcome back to Jin Lee, Waleed, Alex Whiteside, OM Basnet, MC, Natalia, J-Max, Neo News, Big Pimpin 21, Oliver Barabbas, James Lacey, Greg Salazi, Peru Invest, Jill Batterton, Rana Semfel, and John Smith. Welcome back. Once again, hit the like. And let me know which stocks we are all interested in today. I'm seeing a lot of people saying Lucid and Tattooed Chef and Neo. Yeah, Neo. So Neo reported deliveries for the month, for the previous month. And it was a horrible number. Horrible number. They're blaming it on the chip shortage. There is a lot of demand for Neo vehicles. It's just they can't produce them because there's a shortage in chip supply. And that's what we're seeing right here. Neo going down 5.2%. I thought this was more bearish than it really was. I said it in the Discord, like it could go back to 30. I think because the demand is strong, the stock doesn't necessarily have to fall here. Although we're seeing both Li Auto and XPeng, well, I'd say Li Auto doing incredibly well with their deliveries. I think Li Auto delivered about 9,000 in the previous month, and Neo delivering about 5.5 thousand vehicles, which in my opinion, that's very underwhelming. I think they deserve this drop today. I am holding Neo, by the way. I bought Neo at 36.6. I will be adding more if it goes lower. I think this chip supply shortage, it could potentially be less of a problem in the coming months. We'll have to see, but we're going to be getting some discounts on Neo right here. And speaking of discounts, by the way, Lucid Motors, Lucid Group, so to speak, is sitting at $16 after the lockup period has officially ended. Look at that. It's sitting at 16, down 20%. No wonder. No surprise. It was sitting at a market cap of 33 billion with no revenues, with no vehicles being delivered. Of course you're going to get a drop. And I've been warning about this. I've been saying for the longest time, for the past couple weeks, even the past couple months, I think now at this point, that Lucid Motors was not going to go anywhere. And if anything, it was going to go down. And if you have a lockup period expiration where insiders are going to be able to sell, they're going to sell. And yeah, down to 16. I think this might be a nice time to potentially start dollar cost averaging. I mean, it's sitting pretty low. It's sitting pretty darn low. Although the market cap isn't, but you know what I mean. Like, it's becoming cheaper. And we might see a bounce. So $16 could potentially be an interesting price to maybe start nibbling a tiny bit of shares. I am actually considering doing this, and I'm actually going to be doing this. So yeah, I think Lucid at $16. This is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor, but Lucid Group at $16, definitely a great opportunity to get a small amount of shares. It can get lower because the market cap, keep in mind, still sitting at a roughly 27 billion market cap. That is not a low market cap. They don't deliver any vehicles, right? So yeah, I like it a lot better now at 16. I have to say, can't complain that much at this point. I would love to buy some at 14. That would be interesting. But those are my thoughts right now on Lucid Group after the share lockup expiration. Let's see how the chat is thinking about this. Let's get Lucid to $10. Maybe. I'm not sure if it's going to be hitting $10 because they actually do have a premise of delivering high quality EVs. Oh, no delivery date. I mean, it's going to be fine. Gara, they are estimating around 166 million shares in the pipe that could be sold. No problem. We're getting massive discounts. I don't have any shares of Lucid yet, but I will be starting to buy some Lucid Motors shares, potentially at market open here. I'm waiting for the market to open up, see what happens. If it skyrockets back to 18, I won't be buying. But if it's staying at 16, if it's going lower than 16, I am going to be buying a small amount of shares. If we take a look at the support zones, obviously we've broken through support, right? We've broken through several lines. We broke through the $17 support, and now we're breaking through 16. Although it seems like it wants to head back up. It's oversold. You see the volume right here? That is a lot of volume, right? So historically speaking, we can go back all the way to April. That was the last time that we had such high volumes. And this time around, it is selling pressure. And selling it is. Taking a look at the daily chart, it didn't hold up at the 200-day moving average, and it's just in free fall at this point. It is in free fall. And generally speaking, this kind of happens when you have a bearish catalyst. That's when you see it go below the 200-day moving average and just keep going downwards. I really feel bad for the people that bought this stock at 60 or like 55 or 50. It's going to take a long time for that to be getting back to those price levels. Sitting at 15.88, down 20.4%. Yeah, so I think it's a nice time to buy a tiny amount of Lucid Group. But this is not financial advice. Once again, this is just my opinion on the current situation with Lucid Group, which I think gives us an opportunity to buy very, very cheap. And I will be taking that opportunity to be buying at 15.8. All right, let's see what happens. I think we're going to bounce back to roughly 17 short term. See if that's going to be the case. Now let's briefly check the indices. The NASDAQ is heading up, so we're still seeing bullish momentum right there. Checking the daily chart. Still looking relatively okay. Weekly chart. We're getting close to topping out right now. Very, very close to topping out. Looks like we're heading straight to that 16,000. I think that does make sense, psychologically speaking. Okay, so I think what is happening here, the short term is looking good. The midterm, not so much. Long term, we're overdue. Like we're gonna see a correction. So short term, it could run up a little bit further. I would say within a week, maybe a week and a half, we're gonna see the Nasdaq slow and inflect downwards. And that's what I've been saying for like a couple days, couple weeks now, that we would see a correction in the month of September, which is the most bearish month overall, right? And we're also sitting at all-time highs prior going into September, which almost every single time that the stock market is reaching all-time highs after all-time highs prior to September, we see a correction in September. Looking at the Russell, I think the Russell is looking a lot better because the Russell has not been hitting all-time highs the past couple months. In fact, the Russell has been going sideways. And if we take a look at the MACD, it looks like it has corrected to the downside. And we're looking at potentially seeing the Russell go sideways for just a little bit, and then we could see another leg to the upside, which could mean that the small caps, potentially after CPI, right? So we have a CPI, Consumer Price Index, report coming up on the 14th of September, which if it is inflecting downwards, if we're seeing inflation heading downwards, then the Russell, the small cap index, is going to absolutely fly, which would be good for stocks like C3.AI, for Nano Dimension, Bionano Genomics, even Virgin Galactic, stocks with high multiples. Especially tech stocks, right? So we're waiting for that. I've been waiting for a long time to be seeing the Russell going up. We're seeing the 10-year going down here, which, remember, the 10-year was a fear of all of us back in February when the 10-year was spiking. Everybody was screaming, panic selling out of the growth stocks. Well, the 10-year's falling. It's not been doing anything anytime in just the past couple months. We have Bitcoin heading up, Ethereum heading up, Cardano heading up, which is interesting. Oh yeah, the dollar's going down, that's why. So yeah, the dollar's heading down, boosting the cryptos, boosting the precious metals, and overall, this is looking not so bad. This is definitely not looking that bad. We have 30 minutes left until the market opens up. Please let me know, which stock would you like me to take a look at? We'll do some technical analysis, and also hit the like. It really helps the stream. It helps the channel to grow, so make sure you do. Now, I'm going to take a quick look at Tesla. Tesla's been doing amazing. 2 days ago, we said that if Tesla heads up above 730, that basically means we're heading to that mid-700 level, testing that second resistance, which, if you did not know, let me show you, which is right around this zone, right? So right around that 750 is where we are heading currently. And we are seeing the MACD actually already kind of heading downwards, right? So that is not a good thing. RSI is close to overbought. Could we see another leg up before the downturn? Possibly, I would say. I think that is very likely right now. Although Tesla is kind of sitting flat in the pre-market. Okay, so we have a bunch of people saying stuff here in the live chat. Lucid no good, share diluted is. I hope I mentioned that donation. We got a $5 donation from Noah Bell. What do you think of API? We'll take a look at API in a second. Thank you for that donation. Gara, check skills, please. Lucid is not trash. Long-term deal will be okay. I think long-term Lucid is going to be perfectly fine. Palantir, AI, C3.AI. AI is moving. Is AI moving? I haven't seen it move, actually. Oh, there we go. C3.AI is moving. C3.AI is up 3 percentage points. Right. That is to be expected. I mean, AI has been oversold. The pre-market has not updated yet, but AI is sitting at 53. And guess what? 53 is right around this resistance. This resistance level might pull back down. I don't think so. I think we're going to go straight to the moon. I think the stronger level would be around 56. So straight to that 56 potentially. Especially if C3.AI crushes earnings, expect incredible momentum to the upside. We could see potentially a 20% move today if they crush earnings, up to 30%. I mean, I have seen this happen before with other growth stocks. The 10 years falling, CPI expected to be heading down, inflicting downwards, and markets are at all-time highs. The Russell is green, and we have earnings today for C3.AI. This is the perfect time for C3.AI to be surging. If it does not go up today, when will it go up, right? So today is the perfect day for that to be happening, unless the markets are going to come back down. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm holding a boatload of C3, so we'll see what happens. My average is about $65, so I'm obviously down on my position on C3.AI. Not proud of that, but I think the company is going to be worth more than 65 down the road. Let's take a brief look at API, which is Agora. 11.3% to the upside. 3.5 billion market cap and a revenue of 133 million, doubled their revenue in a year. Ooh, that is nice. Not bad. I like this. Did it go down? Oh, yeah, we were wrong in the past. Well, wrong. Half wrong. We were half wrong. Yeah, I like this stock. I like the earnings and whatnot. I don't know much about this company. But it does look like we're heading above that resistance, right? At that 33, 34, which was support in the past. Yeah, I think we're going to straight up go to the 40s on this one. Yeah, we look at that. Look at that. All right, so MACD potentially going to cross. Growth stocks are doing a lot better now. I think we're heading straight up. We could see a little bit more consolidation, but we're heading straight up to the 40s for Agora. I'll give it like another week. Although there's also a chance that the market corrects, so we have to be very careful with that. If the market does correct, give it another month. But I think it's going to go back to 40. They have revenue. It is growing. They're not burning all their revenue, so they should be fine. Now back to AI. Let's see if it's updated yet. It's still not updated. That sucks. C3.AI. Wait, hold up. C3 has news. Let me check their investor relations site. Apparently C3 got news, potentially partnering up with Google. I'm not sure about that. Let me check. I can't see it on their web page. Here I'm seeing U.S. Air Force Rapid Sustainment Office named finalist for consultation. So, not seeing that on their webpage at the moment. Damn, Lucid Pipe investors getting burned. Yeah. They're getting absolutely wiped out right now. Let me check Lucid. Oof, look at that. 22.8% to the downside. Sitting at 15.4. 23%. I am gonna be keeping here my phone ready for some interesting buying opportunities, I think. Hold up. Just about a second. Some damn interesting buying opportunities coming up for Lucid Group. While everything is going up, Lucid Group just is crashing right now. Check Yahoo AI News. Google Cloud and C3.AI partner to provide industry solutions that will address real-world challenges in financial services, healthcare, manufacturing, supply chain, and telecommunications. Let's go. Let's go. This is what I was expecting. They're gradually going to get partnerships everywhere. They're going to get contracts. They're going to get massive growth in customers. The total addressable market for AI goes up 10% every single year. and C3 is just going to grow with that, right? And then they'll get like massive contracts on a random basis, right? So maybe in a quarter or two, they'll get a massive contract, earning spikes, and they just keep growing. And I think the potential is almost limitless because AI is, it is the frontier, right? It is the frontier that is just an exponential growth opportunity for many, many companies. And with the sell-off that we had on C3.AI, it became so cheap. Like, it's still down 70% from all-time highs. 70-something, right? So 71, 72 percentage points down from there. And from the IPO, roughly 60%. So, can't complain. I mean, we're getting cheap prices for a wonderful company. They're growing. They've got great management. They've got great products. They've got great partnerships. I can't complain. Only thing we're missing here, we want to see growth. We want to see more growth. And so far, this year's been not the best year for AI. Last year, they had great growth numbers. The year before that, great growth numbers. But up till now, since their IPO, they've been not the same, right? And it probably has to do with COVID. It most likely has to do with COVID. And I said this before. If it wasn't for COVID, I think C3.ai would have done perfectly fine. Although they're only up 2.4% in the pre-market. Let's check what's happening for Lucid. It seems like it's still heading down. Oh my god. Interesting. I can't wait. I can't wait. I really think we could see a big spike in the price of C3.ai. I've been holding this bad boy for about 6 months. This is my worst trade in probably 2 or 3 years, right? And I think it's going to be a winning trade very soon. I really can't wait. It's going to be cool. Didi is up a percentage point right before earnings. Still not really seeing any kind of spike. They did announce recently that they're going to be starting a union for workers. So let's see how that is going to pan out. Will be interesting to see. All right. Tattoo Chef is flying. Yeah, I think somebody on Wall Street Bets posted this theory about Tattoo Chef that it was heavily shorted and it was going to be squeezing to the upside. And it's up 4.6% right now. I think in a normal scenario, Tattoo Chef would have pulled back here. Although right now it's up 5%. It's sitting at like 22.5. So that is not going to be happening anytime soon. Seems like we're going to see a big push upwards on Tattoo Chef. Which, if you guys don't know, Jeremy from Financial Education, he covers Tattoo Chef very often. I bet he's very excited right now because Tattoo Chef is heading up quite a substantial amount. It has been. I mean, it's up like 30% from this bottom. Another 5% on top of that coming up for Tattoo Chef. The question is, like, will it last? Like, are we actually going to see a prolonged short squeeze? Or is this like a brief blip and it's just going to come back down? Like what we've seen in the past, right? Just goes up, comes down, goes up, comes down, etc. It all depends on the fundamentals. And I think they've got strong fundamentals. I mean, they've been growing quite nicely. Not a very big market cap either. And the Russell is heading up too. All right. Tattoo Chef flying. AI good buy under 70. I think AI is a good buy under 70, under $80. I think it's perfectly fine. I think within the next 6 months, we're probably going to be up above $100. Given the fact that Jerome Powell's not going to be doing some crazy stuff with the tapering, which is important. Let me see. I think the news about Google partnering up with C3 was surprising, and we saw the stock just instantly go up 3.5%. Now let me check Lucid Group again. Lucid Group still down 15.5. I mean, yeah, that's, for me, this is an opportunity to be getting cheap, to be getting into Lucid Group cheap. And it's an opportunity I'm willing to take, like 100%. There's no way around it. I am going to be buying some Lucid Group at $15. I've been waiting for this a long time, by the way. I knew it was going to go back to like $18 at some point when the market corrects, but this is just beautiful. But yeah, I'm going to get a small amount. I'm still 40% cash, just to, you know, give you guys a heads up. I still am holding a lot of cash right now. About 40% of my whole portfolio is cash because I don't trust September, and I do not trust the market sitting at all-time highs right before September. I'm not buying it, right? We're seeing some incredible asset inflation. Especially if inflation is actually heading down, that could be a bad thing for stocks in general. It could be a good thing for the growth stocks down the road, but I would say it would initially be a bad thing because inflation is also causing asset inflation, because when people have more money, they can buy stocks. And relative to money, stocks become more expensive if there's inflation. But if the value of money is heading up, or at least it's losing less of its value, then stocks will obviously lose a little bit of their value, and we might see some corrections. I hope you guys like my coffee cup. The Lucid coffee cup with the Tesla logo on it, which is customized. Obviously, I'm not selling Tesla coffee mugs, but I thought it was great to just add that on there. Oh boy, interesting times ahead. Palantir is still heading up 0.23%. It is not stopping anytime soon. I think we're going to go straight to 27.5 on Palantir. I think every car stock's down because of the chip shortage. Yeah, the chip shortages are having big impacts. I want to check what's happening with Ford. Yeah, Ford has been going down for a while. GM, same story because of the chip shortages. Now let's go to Neo. So like I said before, Neo having a very tough time with their deliveries, right? Because they can't deliver vehicles if there's a chip shortage. They were not able to maximize on that front, and that is going to significantly impact earnings. And it's also going to be impacting their growth numbers, and it just looks pretty bad. Although the competitors, which are Li and Xpeng, are actually doing relatively okay still. So yeah, I think it's going to take some time for Neo to be recovering, but I will be adding some shares if it reaches like 35 or 34. Wouldn't mind buying some Neo stock. I think the battery issues or the supply issues are not going to be a long-term problem. I highly doubt that. Is Lucid still heading down? Yep. Ooh. I mean, there's a big opportunity here. If it gets back to that gap, that's a 30% run. That's a big if, right? Because at this point, it seems like it's gonna stay with in the mid-teens, possibly head back to 17. How come AI is still not updated? That doesn't make a lot of sense, does it? Hold up. Master still holding Lucid at 27. I have no idea. Maybe. That would be very painful, I'll tell you that. Holding a stock at 27 and it's sitting at 15 right now, that is... Oof. Let's turn on this light. See if that light is going to help a little bit. Nah, it doesn't. Not really. Give me one sec. Fantastic. Okay, let's see. AMC, what's AMC doing right now? AMC is up about 0.8%. I think AMC's up way more than that. Let me see. AMC. No, it's only up 0.7%. Okay, interesting. Yeah, it does look like we're about to see a double top on AMC. Kind of does look like that, but you never know. I mean, the Wall Street Bets crew has been very active lately, so maybe it's going to go above that. Who knows? We'll see. Snowflake is going sideways, but it's still majestic that this company is sitting at a market cap of $88 billion with only $272 million on a quarterly basis, net income of minus $189 million. I just don't get it. I just don't understand the idea behind this. I think Palantir is worth a lot more than Snowflake, and I think we're going to see that the coming quarter. We're going to see more and more upside on Palantir and other stocks relative to Snowflake. How is Affirm doing? I think Affirm had a big rally recently, right? Yeah, Affirm is just holding up there after their announcement of the partnership with Amazon on the Buy Now, Pay Later program. That's pretty cool. Tesla still not going anywhere. Still kind of flat. We had a poll running in the background. Is it time to buy the dip in Lucid stock at 16? Well, it's sitting at 15.4 right now. So 36% of people said yes. 23% said no. And we have 29% of people saying maybe at $14. And 13% just says no. Just no. Not happening. Okay, it's a lot of bears. We'll see. I think, to be frank, I think this is a great time to maybe to start dollar cost averaging on this company right here with Lucid. They've got a lot of cash. I think they will survive. They've got a lot of cash. There's no way they're going to go bankrupt anytime soon. They've got a lot of cash. They've got a lot of authorized shares, so they can dilute the stock down the road. I mean, I think it's going to be fine. I like the cheaper prices. Like, I can't lie. We're seeing some cheap prices. Robinhood is flat. Virgin Galactic up slightly, up 0.7%. Didi up 1.2%, which is nice. 10 cents, 2% to the upside. Alibaba up 1.5%. Sitting at 169.49. Remember, we covered Alibaba right when it was sitting at like 153. I bought a boatload of Alibaba right there. And trust me, this stock is going to go up so much. Like, I think most people are reluctant to buy into the stock, and that is exactly the reason why it's going to go up so much. You're going to see smart money, institutions, hedge funds, they're going to buy the dip. And then eventually you're going to see retail buying the dip as well. I think Alibaba is going to be straight up heading to that 180 to fill the gap right here, and eventually heading back to that $200. Now sitting at 169.5. We covered this at 160 and 150. I think it's inevitable. The fundamentals of this company are beautiful for the price point that we're getting per share. And hopefully the China situation is going to be improving here, because that's kind of what you're betting on when you're thinking about buying into Chinese companies. You're betting on the Chinese side of things calming down. Nano Dimension up 2.5%. Remember, we said Nano Dimension was going to go straight to $7. It's happening right as we speak, and I think it's going to keep moving. Nano Dimension is looking really good. I saw the balance sheet. I like the company at the current price. Bionano Genomics still not able to pull back up. Amazon is flat. Google flat. Facebook flat. Microsoft slightly up. Apple slightly up. Netflix kind of flat as well. We have about 7 minutes left until the market is going to open up. Make sure you hit the like. Make sure you let me know in the chat which stocks you want me to take a look at, and I'll take a look at your stock. We also have a $10 donation coming in here from Ronald Anderson. What do you think is going on with Lucid Group? Thank you, Ronald. I think what's going on right now is that Lucid Group, they have a lockup period expiration. Insiders that were not able to sell, people that were early investors are now selling, and that's what's happening. They're selling big time. They're getting out. They know there's a lot of authorized shares. It's taking a long time for deliveries, and there we go. It's selling off. And I didn't like this company, and for that reason. One of the reasons was obviously the lockup period expiration, but it's also we don't have any short-term catalysts. Like, there's nothing going on right now. They're starting to produce these vehicles, and then they have to deliver them. But they don't really have any deliveries yet. They don't even have any revenue yet. Yet the market cap of this bad boy is sitting at $32.3 billion. I mean, you can't make this up. That's a very high market cap if you don't have any revenue or anything yet. Let's see. CTXS, Didi, Lucid. A lot of people are looking at Lucid right now. Oh boy. I am so excited. I want to buy some cheap Lucid, but I think it's already starting to bounce back as we speak, so I don't think we're going to get that chance. Anybody that was able to buy in the pre-market so far, I mean, you're benefiting from this, but I think it's going to come back upwards, unfortunately. It tends to be the case, right? It drops very fast in the pre-market. Right before the market opens up, it shoots back up like 10%. That's why I'm thinking it's going to go to 17. Let's see. AI still not updated. Palantir up slightly. Tesla is also not really doing much right now. AI is up 3% right now. AI is doing pretty well. C3.AI news. Yeah, I checked out the C3.AI news. It's really good. They're getting more partnerships. They're getting more established. AI is going to be very good. No doubt about that. Didi is doing good. Alibaba doing good. Let me just quickly check my portfolio right now. See if I can make some edits. No, not yet. Not yet. AI up 3.4%, and it's now also visible here in the pre-market. It has updated, and the market cap, the MACD is now crossing up. RSI spiking. Yeah, there we go. It's sitting right at that resistance. So will it fall from here, or will it exceed the resistance, and will we see that 56? I think because we have earnings today, I think there is a high probability that we're going to see that all-time high. Sorry, not all-time high. We're going to see that resistance being hit. Palantir not moving. Palantir has been going up so for so long now. I think it could maybe take a bit of a break here. Neo is starting to move up, although it's still down 4.3% after horrible deliveries, right? Incredibly horrible deliveries, like in comparison to its peers, for sure. XPeng going down 3%. Li Auto is flat. Although Li Auto did incredibly well. So I think Li Auto is going to be going upwards. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if that was the case. So Li Auto is going to lead the way for the Chinese EVs. And then we're going to have Neo and XPeng following That's course. See if AI is moving up even further. But yeah, I like Neo. I like AI. I like Didi stock. I like Alibaba stock. They're both going to go up substantially in the coming months. They're both sitting very cheap. They're both fundamentally good businesses with good balance sheets, with good growth, although the China situation has to improve for these stocks to be moving up. Virgin Galactic recently came back up. I like this one a lot at 24. Bought a lot of Virgin Galactic at 24. Waiting for that to be hitting around 30, 35. That could happen around the end of September as we have a test flight coming up for Virgin Galactic. What's happening with the big banks? JP Morgan. Big banks are kind of flat right now because the 10-year is falling. Look at that, 10-year falling. Russell heading up. NASDAQ heading up. Will this just be a dead cat bounce? Possibly, right? This could just be like a situation where in the market cap, the indices are heading up, and then the market opens up. Did I say market cap? In the pre-market. Pre-market indices are up, market opens up, and they come down substantially. So, got to be cautious in the market when it's sitting at all-time highs. Anything can happen here. Pretty much anything at this point. We have about a minute left until the market opens up. Let me see. I want to see what happens with Tesla. It's always nice to see what happens with Tesla here. And then we're going to take a look at all the other stocks. Make sure you smash the like button, by the way. Once we hit 200 likes, we're going to be doing a question and answer session. You can ask me any question. I'll answer all your questions. Okay, there we go. Market is open. Hell yeah. Tesla is kind of flat. AI is up 3.1%. Fantastic. Tesla's moving 736. AMC is up 1% and it's starting to move upwards even further. Tesla's coming down 0.3%. C3.AI up 3%, sitting at 53. Palantir is now coming down. Look at that big red candle. Oh my god. Ugh. Big tech, green. Everything is green. Big tech is green. Didi is up 1.5%. Alibaba is up 1.5%. Really awesome. We have Robinhood coming down 0.7%. See, there we go. And Virgin Galactic is also pulling back now. It seems like tech, big tech especially, is leading the way at the moment. Palantir up 0.4% now. Crazy market at the moment. It's incredible. I'm watching C3, right? I want this bad boy to be reaching 55 today. It's up 3.4% right now. Bloody hell, my portfolio's looking pretty okay. Thanks to AI, thanks to Didi, thanks to Alibaba, all of them going up. You know, even Palantir heading up. Look at that, AI up 3.8%. This could be a very, very big rally. I'm telling you, 4%, sitting at 53.6. Tesla's down 0.2%. Neo is down 3.2% still. Meanwhile, AI is up 4.3%. One moment. AI still up 4%. Palantir up slightly. Keep in mind, this is happening because we have earnings coming up for C3.AI today. And so it's up 4%. We have a partnership with Google that's also being priced into the stock. I will be watching AI today. Some interesting stuff could be happening here. Alibaba up 2%, sitting at 170. It's sitting at 170 again. Phenomenal. And Didi now up 1.6% as well, looking really, really great. Nvidia's up 1%. AMD's up. AI starting to fall a little bit now. I bought a little bit of Lucid. Just a little bit of Lucid. And it looks like Lucid Group, it is down 15%. So remember what I said? That it was going to be spiking up? That is pretty much happening right now. But it's still down 15%, right? So we'll see what happens. I bought a small amount of shares of Lucid. Oh boy, this is just wild. Let's check Alibaba. Alibaba up 2.1%. Didi up 1.7%. Both of them going up. The whole Chinese stock market is taking off right now. Let's just hide this away. Looks pretty good to me. Let's look at my positions here. One second. AI is still sitting at 53.7, up 4.2%. We have a $5 donation from Charles Liu. Thank you. Gara, what do you think about GameStop? Will rally up to $300 by next Monday. Earnings comes up next Monday after hours. Let me check GameStop for a second. GameStop is sitting at 220. Oh, that's a lot. That's pretty high, I would say. No, I think. Wait, is that? Didn't we just recently have earnings, or are we seeing earnings coming up next? Okay. I think most likely we're gonna see a pullback. Most likely, given the fact that the RSI is overbought, the MACD's been going up for a while. We've seen a big spike. I think we're probably heading downwards unless they announce something big at earnings. Generally speaking, right after earnings, we see a big pullback. So I would say it completely depends on the Wall Street Bets community. But GameStop has also been diluted. Weekly is looking like it could cross. It's a bit of a coin flip because it's mostly driven by the Wall Street Bets community. This could go a little higher. We could see potentially maybe 230, 240, and then pull back. And that's all I'm seeing right now, at least. For now, where it might pull back to, probably back to the 200s. I mean, but I do like GameStop at this point. They have a lot of cash. They're very popular right now. They're restructuring their business, so it has some future potential. It just depends on at what price you're getting in. You don't want to be getting in at high prices, and what high prices may be, I mean, nobody knows, right? Because Wall Street Bets just keeps on pumping it. Speaking about stuff getting pumped, C3.AI up 4.4%. Let's go. Let's freaking go. That is beautiful. One second. Tesla sitting at 736. It is positive right now. Ronald Anderson coming in here with a $5 donation and says, what price will Lucid hit today, 20 or 18? I think most likely 18 could be that upper level. I don't think it's going to go all the way to 20. I think there's a lot of selling pressure. But yeah, it seems like people are buying the dip right now. So that's a good thing, I guess. I think maybe hit $18. I think I already got very close to that. So, yeah. But it's still looking very bearish. It could take a couple days for it to be just trending upwards. But yeah, thank you for that donation. Appreciate it. Now, let's see what is happening here. Didi up 2.3%. Baba up 2.1%. Both of them skyrocketing. Awesome. Robinhood is up 0.8%. Not going to my worst case scenario, which was around 40. Didi is now up 2.5%. Now that is wild. There we go. AI up 4.5%. We're about to hit 54. About to be hitting 54. And there's a good reason, right? There's a good reason that we have the CEO of C3.AI on the thumbnail. I was anticipating a big move to the upside. And we're getting that big move right now. Although this is nothing. This is just a 4.6% move. I think this could escalate and become like... We could see a 10-20% move today. It's also dependent on earnings, of course. So we'll have to be careful with that. 4.6% on this bad boy. Here we go. 4.7%. We're now hitting 54 on C3.AI. Up 5%, hitting 54.1. C3.AI today is up 5 percentage points. Didi up 2.5% and Baba up 2.2%. Very nice. Robinhood and Virgin Galactic now green. Nano Dimension up 1.2%. Tesla barely green. Neo is slowly recovering as well. It is only down to about 3%. Recovering to the upside. AMC is sitting at 47.3, so it's sitting still relatively high, I would say. Look at that. Apple going up 1.8%. Google up 0.5%. Amazon up almost a percentage point. Microsoft up 0.6%. Big tech is skyrocketing. Apple's going to be coming out with their new products, and that's why it's going up right now. In anticipation of that. Because it could get very wild. The dollar is heading down. The 10-year is heading down. This is a good situation right now for some of these small caps to be coming back up. And we're seeing that here with C3.AI. Didi up 2.7%. Oh boy. This is getting hella interesting. I likey. Me likey. AI dropped a little bit right there, and Baba and Didi are still heading up, especially Baba right now. Look at that, 2.6% now. Ooh. Very, very nice. Wall Street Bets is pumping Baba. No, it's not. It's not Wall Street Bets. I don't think so. I think Wall Street Bets is focused on AMC and GME right now, not Alibaba. Although I could be wrong. Let me just quickly take a look right now. Are they really focusing Alibaba? Like, are they all buying Alibaba right now? No, they're talking about skills. They're talking about Meta Materials, GME, SNDL. I'm not seeing much of Alibaba. Skills. No, I don't think Alibaba is being pumped up by Wall Street Bets. I highly doubt it. C3 is pulling back right now. It hit 54, now pulling back after it hit 54, which is just amazing. I'm very excited because we haven't seen this stock go up like this in a long time. It's been a while. We're going to be covering earnings for C3.AI today, so do definitely make sure you join for that, obviously, by hitting that subscribe button and the notification bell so you can be there for that live stream. But that's coming down the road. I would say after the market obviously has closed. So yeah, I think Alibaba's a great stock with a lot of growth. Like big time. AMC now pulling back. Look at that. Interesting. AMC down 0.5 percentage point. Didi coming down. Alibaba still heading up. Look at that, 2.8% on Alibaba. It is still heading up right now. Woo. Sheesh. That's wild. One second. All right. Baba is now up 3 percentage points. Oh my god. Didi is falling back down, which is weird because Didi has earnings, right? So Didi has earnings today, and it could be a very pleasant surprise, you know, and if that is the case, the stock could just go up 10-20%. Who knows? AI is pulling back here as well. Look at that. Down 2% from that high that we had. It might be because the market is now coming back. We're seeing the Russell heading down especially. Palantir is also heading down 0.7%. Interesting. Oh boy. Oh boy. This could be a slow bleed in small caps. Yeah, Neo still down 3%. Lucid is going up. It's sitting at 17.2. That is awesome. Alrighty. I like what I'm seeing. Tesla sitting at 738, now up about 0.4%. Yeah, Lucid is still bouncing, although how much is that going to last? I think we're going to see sideways consolidation for some time. So let me delete that. It could go sideways. Speaking of sideways, Palantir now down about 0.76%. Oh, wow. AMC is down about 0.7%, and big tech, especially Apple, is just killing it right now. Just look at Apple, up 1.8%. Looking at the weekly chart here, this is just wonderful. BBIG has halted up. Oh wow, yeah, people are pumping it up. I don't like this. This is the same stuff that we saw with AMC and the rest. Oh, remember what I said on BBIG in the past, right? It would hit that resistance and just pull back instantly, which it did. Went down like 30%. U.S. oil down, 10-year down, dollar is heading down. Ethereum is killing it. I think Ethereum had an update coming recently. Might be that could be the reason why it's going up. Hold on. Yeah, my portfolio is just like going back and forth because of Didi and Alibaba. Now let's take a look at Didi here. Bull flag is kind of playing out right now, I think. Chinese stocks are heading up, and both Didi and Baba are killing it. But Baidu is doing pretty good as well. I can't deny that. Didi's having a very hard time passing 8.45. Yeah, I agree. It is. Oh, there we go. 8.45 has been passed. That's awesome. AI not quite heading up. Look at that AMC. Oh my god. Down 1.7% already. Now down 1.8%. Just waiting for that AI push to the upside, right? The almighty push. I don't think we have gotten that yet. At least not yet. How's Lucid Group doing? Oh, okay, slowly heading up. Look at that, 17.5. All right. That's not bad. I mean, can't complain about that. Oh, 1 sec. Let's see what's happening with Didi. Oh, let's go. Didi going up 3.4%. Alibaba up 3.3%. Let's freaking go. I made roughly 3,000 euros, which is about 3.5k dollars today on the moves that we're currently seeing right now, which is nice. I hope this continues, and I think there's a high chance that we're going to see Didi go up further, we're going to see Alibaba go up further, and we're going to see C3.AI go up even further. I took some profits on some trades that I made, and today's a great day. I mean, I'm going to drink some of my iced tea and just enjoy the rest of it, because, man, today's payday. Today is payday. Lovely, lovely moves in some of these stocks. Yeah, all I can say. Even Tesla now about to hit 740. Tesla's hitting 740 right now. Gorgeous. Did you buy Lucid? Yeah, I bought some Lucid. Not a lot. Some Lucid. Couple $100. Nothing serious, right? Bought it around 16 to about 17. And Tesla is retesting 740 right as we speak. C3.AI going down again. Unbelievable, right? It's unbelievable. It's going down again. Meanwhile, Didi is up 4.2%. Nice. That is pretty good. One moment. See which stock I want to buy right now. Let's see. Is there anything I want to load up on right now? Maybe some Palantir. Yeah, about a little bit of Palantir right now. Didi is up 5.2% right now, which is just amazing. But it seems like we're going to get a lot more than just 5%, because Didi is going to be, it's going to be coming out with earnings, and if earnings are going to be good, it's going to blow every estimate out the water. Oh well, we'll see. See what happens. Alibaba is also still up 3.3%. One moment. Didi is up 4.9. Is C3.AI really moving right now? How is it doing at the moment? Yeah, that's all right. Tesla testing that 740. AMC coming back down here. Oof. Palantir is also coming back down. It looks like the market is slowly going red. Yeah, there you go. Russell is pulling back quite a substantial amount. So yeah, we're seeing the market pull back right now as we speak. Interesting. Make sure you hit the like button. By the way, if you've been enjoying this market rally in some of these stocks, especially the Chinese stocks, C3 is going up. Tesla's green today after being green for several days. So hit that like button. I would appreciate it. That would be amazing. It would really help the channel. So smash the like. Also, let me know which stocks you want me to take a look at. I'm actually going to take a look at some of your stocks right now. We've been taking a look at like C3 and Palantir and the rest, and I think it's good. We're going to look at some other stocks. Just make sure you let me know in the chat which ones you want me to take a look at. All right. What's happening to skills? Everybody's hyped up about it. Oh, it's up 7.8%. Okay. People pumped it up. People are pumping it up right now. Nah, I don't really like that. Bit of a pump and dump, isn't it? Big banks are red because the 10-year is falling every single time. Didi is reaching back to recent resistance, which, if you don't know, that's right about here, the 8.7. I'm actually quite curious about Neo at the moment. Like, their deliveries were not that good. Why is the stock recovering? Doesn't make a lot of sense. Daily chart. I mean, we're seeing the MACD cross. I kind of like that. It's a good signal, generally speaking. And it's also on the 50-day moving average. It's pretty difficult to say what's going to happen. I mean, the technicals are still looking okay. Fundamentally speaking, they're kind of handicapped because of the fact that their supply is being messed with, their chip supply. AI is still holding up. It's still up 2.5%. Doing pretty good. Alright. Yeah, Neo's just slowly recovering. It's going to be fine, I think. Lucid, look at that. Speaking of recoveries, Lucid Motors, Lucid Group, recovered back to 18. I don't think it's going to fill the gap, but that's my opinion. Market cap of 28 billion. Alright, so interesting times ahead. C3 is proceeding to now head back up, although it's down 2% from the top. Man, I can't believe it. The spike. Now we get a spike and it just sells off almost instantly. Unbelievable. Didi now up 6%. Can you believe that? Incredible. Didi up 6.4%. Alibaba up 3.5%. Wow. That's insane. Here we go. Resistance is being breached right now on Didi. Let's go. Cheeto Killer, the game collector, coming in with a $5 donation. It says, RSG please. Waiting on a dip to buy in, and thanks for Didi when it was at $6. Love your channel. I love you too, man. Thank you for that donation. We'll take a look at RSG in a second here. We're looking at Didi right now, crushing the resistance. Beautiful to see. Up above 8.7, about to hit 8.8. Almost up 7% right now, although looking like we might see a little bit of weakness. Just a little bit. $8.8 coming in. Yeah, Didi is shooting hard right now. It is shooting very hard. And it's still undervalued. I think even at 8.8, it's still undervalued. Even at 10 or 12, even at 14, I think it's just still cheap. But yeah, we'll have to kind of have some patience. You know, it's going to run. Let it run. And then down the road, we're going to reap the benefits from this. Predicted this yesterday, right? Yesterday, predicted this couple weeks ago. The question is, like, will this continue into earnings? Is earnings going to be good? That's what we're waiting for right now. We want to see some proper earnings. It's up 7.6%. Alibaba already cooling off. AI cooling off here as well. Tesla doing okay still. Neo recovering very, very fast. Very fast recovery on Neo's side of things. All right, let's take a quick look at RSG. Let's see, daily chart. 12th of August. So it was going to move up here and come back down. It came down a couple percent. Didn't come down all the way. Ran up until the dividends. Oh, earnings were good, right? So, yeah. Well, no wonder. Although it's still extended. It's quite extended right now. 39.4 billion market cap. Whew. Lots of revenue. They're profitable. They're growing slightly. What did they do again? Services in the domestic non-hazardous solid waste industry. Okay. All right. Yeah, we're about to see this top out, right? Dividends going to be October. Honestly, it could pull back any moment. Tesla at 742. Oh, wow. It actually broke 740. That's wild. Didi is pulling back 7%. Baba is up 3.6. 1 second, just quickly doing some trades here. Cool. J Rod just became a Lucid Explorer. Welcome to the Lucid gang. That's awesome. Thank you. You'll have access to the exclusive emojis and well, the membership mode, which we're gonna activate in about 10 minutes. So, cheers. Check your PayPal, Gara. I'll check my PayPal in a second. Hold up. Today is a great day, by the way. Beautiful day. I think we got a 20 euro donation, although I got a bunch of stuff going on my PayPal. We got a 20 euro donation from Combat Dang. Thank you so much. He says, big thanks on C3.AI. What is your thoughts? What are your thoughts on it for today and tomorrow? My thoughts on it for today and tomorrow. I think C3 is going to go to 60. That's what I think. Straight to 60. That's my opinion right now on that situation. And we're seeing a lot of momentum come in here. So, yeah. So for today, I think we're going to probably go around 55, 56. And then maybe tomorrow, if earnings is good, we're going to see 60, right? So we're looking for good earnings. And then we can benefit from that. One second. Is Neo shooting right now? Oh yeah, it is recovering very fast. Yeah, I still like Neo. It's just, you know, Neo as a whole at the moment is what's the right word for it? I mean, with the bad deliveries that we had, it's going to move a lot slower than what I was anticipating. I don't think we're going to see $50 anytime soon. Let's just put it that way. Maybe at the end of the year. Is $60 even possible right now with the quarter being revised to the downside? And also, you know, earnings are going to be a lot worse depending on the pricing of the vehicles, which it's kind of a price war going on there on its own. Okay, let's see. Gara's face made me laugh. That's great. Gara, why is Neo recovering when the deliveries are so bad? Well, Neo is already sitting very low. I think people were already anticipating that Neo was going to have bad deliveries. Honestly, look at this. Look how much Neo has come down recently. I mean, it's still down 16%. So, oh, it's recovering. No, it's not recovering. It's sitting at 38.9. Meanwhile, Tesla's sitting at 740. You know, XPeng is sitting at 42, etc. Right? So it's barely recovered. It's still sitting very low. It got lower than low. Let's just put it that way. Like, it got really low for a second there. I like what's happening with Didi. Top notch. Sorry. RSG, right? My opinion on RSG. Yeah, it looks like it is going to pull back. Yeah, I think so. Let me delete all these lines. I think we're going to see another pullback back to around 122. It's a small pullback, but depending on the market situation, it could go lower. So if the market is starting to correct, I'm looking at it going back down to, let me check the email right now. Back to about 120. I would say probably 117. Kind of like that. So that would be in a market correction situation, which could be very likely to be happening going into the middle of September. Yeah, I'm going to go for this. Probably correct. We have dividends coming up, but that's like in a month from now, so it's a lot of time until then. And the stock has been flying. So we could see a sharp correction to around the upper 100 teens. About 120. That's my expectation right now, at least. By the way, if you haven't followed the social media yet, make sure you do. I post very frequently on Instagram and on Twitter. Links are they're in the description. If you follow me on either Instagram or Twitter, I'll give you a shout out on stream. So do definitely make sure you are following me on Instagram. Let me quickly link you guys in the chat. There we go. Check it out. Didi starting to pull back. Alibaba is crushing it. Look at that. Alibaba. 173. 173.5. That is amazing. Wow. Alibaba to the moon. Well, Didi is pulling back already. AI up 2.5%. I'm not satisfied with a 2.5% gain. I want to see some good 10-20% gains, which we haven't seen in a while. Shout out to, who is this? Lo Hong Wei for following the Instagram. Cheers, that is awesome. Wow, Alibaba is still heading up. Although we're getting close to the big resistance zone around 175. But so far, so good. It just keeps moving. Keeps moving up. Up. One moment. There we go. Let me check what's happening with BlackBerry. I'm actually quite curious right now. 11.7, nothing happening there. Big Tech is still doing good. So is Alibaba. Oh my god, it's just unbelievable. It just keeps moving. Keeps moving upwards. Didi up 7.3%. Alibaba up 4.2%. Ooh. It's getting wild. Looking at Lucid now. Lucid is almost fully recovered. Almost, right? So another 8%. But sitting at 18.3. I don't think it's going to recover all the way. I think we're going to see some consolidation around this price point for Lucid Group. AMC is now down 3%. Palantir down 0.7%. Yeah, Lucid is recovering quietly. I agree. I think we got a couple donations here on the PayPal side of things. Let me check PayPal. Oh boy. Oh, there we go. Kirill Lakursky came in with a 4.5 euro donation. Thank you so much, Kirill. Kirill says, Gara, what would happen with Palantir, Neo, Nano Dimension, BNGO, Didi if the market would crash? It will take a lot of time to recover and outperform the current price. For some, I think for BNGO, for Nano Dimension, and yeah, for both Nano Dimension and BNGO, it would take a long time before they recover. I think Palantir would probably recover fast. Neo would take a lot of time. I think Didi would recover the fastest, maybe. Because Didi they are very established. They've got a lot of cash on hand. So from all those, I would say Didi's going to do best, pretty much. That's all I can say about that. Yeah, that was a PayPal donation, by the way. You could not see that on the screen, obviously. It's not on the YouTube. By the way, if you're watching right now and if you have not subscribed yet, what are you doing? Make sure you hit the subscribe button so you can obviously get a notification when we're live again, which we are twice a day, before the market opens and before the market closes. Also hit the notification button so that you can get really good notifications. So, yeah. Also hit the like button if you like the stream. And I think a couple people actually followed the social media. Wow! Alibaba. Look at that. Alibaba heading up 4.5%. Some wild, wild moves. Looking awesome. Now taking a look at coin. Alibaba sitting 174.5, sitting around resistance. So interesting. What happened with the red September month? I still think it's coming. Although because Jerome Powell came out and said, hey, the money printer is not going to stop, that's why we're seeing this exacerbated move on a lot of these companies that benefit from the money printer. Hypothetically speaking, like hypothetical money printer, aka the purchasing of assets. Didi is shooting up substantially right now. Oh my gosh. That is crazy. It is up 8%. Alibaba up 4.4%. Some crazy moves. I appreciate you sharing the opening and closing of the market. I think it's cool that you're improving your channel. Are you going to get transparency to your trades? It's very difficult because let's say I make 30 trades today or 20 trades or 10 trades. How am I going to show that? It's like I would have to show my whole portfolio, but I have yet to find a single app that shows everything very clean, where I don't have to make 20 screenshots. You know what I mean? So that's kind of my, because I have showed my portfolio in the past like several times. It's just it's difficult to actually spend time on that because my channel focuses around teaching people how to trade and also teaching people how to just psychology side of it, you know, how you go through these times. Are you gonna hold, buy, sell, etc. And I think showing my portfolio, it would add credibility, right? It's like, oh, he makes money in the markets. I have been making money in the markets for the past year. That's been one of, I would say, my main way of surviving through life. YouTube might pay a lot for some other people out there, but it doesn't pay my bills necessarily. I've been making a lot in the market recently. Since the money printer has been going with Jerome Powell, I've been having a good time. I think a lot of people have been a good time because it's just very easy. You pick a couple stocks with great fundamentals, you wait 6 months, and you profit. And that's been the case for the past time. But yeah, if anybody has any suggestions of like a portfolio, how do you say this, tracker or something, let me know. I've been searching. I couldn't find anything yet that was feasible, where I could just show everything. There we go. That's all the trades I made today. I want to make it. I want to make it a service down the road. Maybe like I'll put like an hour a day to just show everything I did. Make it like a premium feature on Patreon or something. I'm still thinking about doing that, but I've been very busy working on the website. Been very busy working on creating a course and just YouTube in general. So it's the last thing that I'm thinking about right now. But I verbally I tell you, hey, I'm down on C3, right? I'm down a lot on C3, but I'm up a lot on Tesla. Bought Tesla at 600, 620, 630, etc. There's evidence on this on the live stream where I'm like, hey, I'm gonna buy Tesla at 620, or I'm gonna buy Palantir at 23. Then now it's sitting at 26, and then I tell you, hey, I'm gonna start selling now. Although you might not know the amounts, but I do understand it, you know, from like a credibility standpoint. You can write a Python script into the API. I could. I'm actually thinking about, because the person that I'm making the website with, he's a programmer. He knows a lot about programming. I know a lot about programming. We might create something that will do something like that. Maybe down the road. Like, it scrapes the information. I don't even know if that's legal. Like, scraping the information of a portfolio on a brokerage. Does that get you into trouble? I don't know. How are taxes in the Netherlands? Taxes are relatively mild for capital, but income capital, like income is it's taxed really heavily. income is taxed really, really heavily in the Netherlands. So you don't want to get income. What you want to get is you want to get like real estate or stocks. You'll be doing fine. But income, oh, it sucks. You get taxed to obliteration. 3.8% move on AI. Hey. Very nice. You may utilize Google Finance. Half the year you work to pay taxes. Exactly. That's the Netherlands right now. Almost half of it. I would say even more than that if you earn a good amount. Even more than half your money goes to the government. Which, I mean, that's a lot of money. And that's all in the name of equality. Which, I like equality. It's just more than half your money. I think this is also the main reason why a lot of people are actually leaving the Netherlands. Like, they're migrating elsewhere. Especially rich people. And then on top of that, you also get the negative rates. Like, let's say you have 100,000 euros. You get taxed on that. Like, your bank will take like a percentage or something. Is the Netherlands a socialist regime? It's socialist. Like, we have some socialism going on right now in the Netherlands, but so do the Scandinavian countries. I mean, like, we have a lot of policies that protect the people that are most vulnerable to the harsh conditions of capitalism, basically. The people that stack at the bottom have a better life here because we have higher taxes. But yeah, that takes a toll on the people that do make money. It's a very sensitive subject too. Oh man, my coffee is cold. If you drive, we'll tax the street. If you walk, we'll tax your feet. Well, at least you're not in Australia. I actually have family living in Australia and in the United States. My family in the US, in Australia, they're doing really good. Like, they're doing incredibly well. Don't know why. But yeah, they've got like, not even like very special jobs or anything like that, but apparently you can, I don't know, buy a big house in Australia very, very easily, and I don't know. I've heard some pretty good stories from my family, at least in Australia. C3.AI is a Google Cloud partner. Yeah. All I care about is the stock needs to fly right now. It's been going down for 6 months. We need to see some appreciation. We can finally see some, potentially. I think eventually what you're gonna have in these countries is if you're taxing people that are earning a lot, while that may help the system for maybe 10 years, maybe 20 years, eventually a bunch of these people will be like, okay, so I'm paying 55% in taxes here, but I can pay 30% there. And well, what happens is they, well, not everybody, obviously not everybody, but some people will decide to leave the country to go elsewhere because there you have lower tax rates. Depending on, obviously, if these people are working online or... but that's happening in the Netherlands. We have a lot of outflows, a lot of people leaving the country. And I think the same thing is happening in Canada. There's some other countries that are actually suffering from this as well, where you have something like incredibly low birth rate, and you've got people leaving the country, causing the population to shrink. That's just it's an issue. At least you have healthcare and won't go bankrupt if you get sick. You won't get bankrupt, but the healthcare, I mean, I have to say, so far from what I've seen from the quality of things, when you have how do you say this? When healthcare is free, generally what tends to happen is that the quality goes down because you don't have a lot of competition, and usually things improve as you have competition, because then people want to offer better and cheaper services. At least that's the assumption. I don't know about the healthcare here, man. In the Netherlands, whew. I mean, it's not expensive. It's very cheap, but still, you get what you pay for. I agree with that. Stick with stocks. Somebody emphasizing that in the chat. I think it's a good idea. Let's see. Yeah, we have this meme going on in the Netherlands where you go to the general practitioner and you'll be like, hey, I'm feeling very sick and I'm feeling awful. I've been feeling awful for weeks. And then the general practitioner will be like, it will tell you like, oh, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. It will be over in 2 weeks. Just go home, right? And then things get even worse. And then you come back and they'll be like, yeah, no, it's fine. Just go home. And then eventually you come back with something really bad where you need medication for it. And then like last minute you'll get a treatment. It's a thing here in the Netherlands. Like I've had that several times. They'll just send you back, right? Gara is running for governor of California too. It's like right when you start talking about politics, are you trying to run for governor in California? That's because of me, Kevin, right? Yeah, I think I would love to see him become governor. I'm not a lefty or right person or whatnot. I don't really care that much about politics, but I think Meet Kevin is a great guy, and it'll be very funny in some sense too, because it's like a YouTuber becoming governor. Right. I think healthcare is going to get very interesting in the next 20 years with the new companies that are coming out, and we're going to get some insane kind of treatments that are going to help people a lot. And we're investing in these names, right now. Those are the growth companies that are now starting up. In like 20, I'll give it like 20 years. I think people are going to be living a lot longer. Like we're talking maybe 150, 200 years. Hopefully. That would be really cool. Alright, so Tesla is still at that resistance around 740. Neo is finally green. Look at that. Neo was down 5%. It's now going green. Interesting. Li Auto up a percent. Xpeng is down 1.7% still. AMC is down 2.6. AI down. Oh, AI is actually up 3.8. Looking good. Big Tech. Apple is up almost 2%. Insane. Nano Dimension up 2%. BNGO up 0.7%. Oh yeah, I just want to say one more thing about like taxation and whatnot. In the Netherlands, we have amazing infrastructure. We have amazing, relatively amazing healthcare and everything. So in some sense, you pay for what you get, right? If you pay high taxes, you're gonna live in a pretty awesome country. At least in the Netherlands, that's the case. So it's not all like doom and gloom. Oh, paying high taxes. Well, we have a lot less poverty. We have beautiful buildings and beautiful everything. So it's a wonderful country where you pay high taxes. All right, I think I'm going to be wrapping up this stream. Today was a wonderful day. We had Didi going up 7.8%. Alibaba, 8.2% actually on Didi. 3.6% on Alibaba. Many names heading up. You know, big tech is heading up. AI is heading up, finally up 3.8%. Tesla touching 740. Neo recovering all the losses. And just an overall fantastic day. Very, very happy. Made a couple $1,000s today. And yeah, it's been good. And there's more to come. There's going to be a second live stream. The second live stream is going to be in about 3 hours. Make sure you're there. Hit the like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. And I will see you very, very soon. And make sure you check the social media. Instagram link is down below. The Discord link is down below. We've got the Twitter, everything. All links are down below in the description. I'll be linking them in the live chat. I'll see you guys in a couple hours. Have a good day. Good luck trading. See you soon.